Hi, I'm Dr. Philip Blair, and I want to introduce Melissa Arnold, and she's a chiropractor in Atlanta, Georgia. And she's going to tell you a little bit about her clinical experience using cannabidiol. So, Melissa, welcome to my interview. I'm so glad to have you talk with you today.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. I've enjoyed knowing you over all these years.
Well, terrific. Melissa, what kind of problems or health problems were you facing, or you saw challenges in your practice?
Yeah. So I had Lyme, and I just kind of recently figured that out. And about 4 years ago, when I watched your podcast interview with Dr. Pompa, I was desperately seeking, to find CBD with no, THC in it. And I was actually illegally buying it. And then I found you guys, and you taught me exactly how to dose it. And once I got past that first 2 weeks and up to my, ideal dose, it changed my life. And I, have never gone back. You exactly taught me how to dose up and then stay there for a couple weeks and dose down. And now, I am sleeping night almost every night. It's not perfect, but my quality of sleep and my quality of life has improved extraordinarily using CBD.
That's fabulous. What did you notice right away after using CBD, after your first few doses?
Well, I was experiencing, believe it or not, quite a bit of anxiety and panic, and that was the first thing. I think I was becoming more anxious due to the fact that I was only sleeping an hour or two or three every night. So I would have somewhat panic before I go to bed, and taking the CBD just completely deleted all of that. I just couldn't believe it. It was miraculous per se.
Well, how has it changed your life and the life of your family?
Oh my gosh. It's just remarkable. I have a little bit more patience. No one's perfect, but I definitely, when I get a good night's sleep, it makes all the difference in the world. As you may know, it's just sleep deprivation is a torture technique. So, I'm enjoying my kid who's now 4 years old, extraordinarily. I'm able to really have a more clear thoughts, especially when I'm working. That was kind of relatively debilitating, trying to find my words, and it was, really disconcerting. So, now that I'm, sleeping, that's the main thing, and no panic and anxiety has been just. I can't say enough of how remarkable it's been. I feel like I'm the poster child walking around.
That's terrific. But oftentimes I will discuss with people how CBD changes individual lives, but much broader than that, it changes family lives in that the effects on the rest of the family, on your partner, on your children, all of that is amplified using CBD. Did you notice anything of that nature?
Yeah, well, my partner doesn't take it on a regular basis. As far as my experience of my overall quality of experiencing my family has been extraordinary, and they are experiencing me being more, like, yeah, let's get going. I used to be a really, not an elite athlete, but pretty close, and now I'm able to, get out there, run around after my 4 year old. I just turned 50. So it's been awesome. And I also gave it to, Aura when she was teething. And you even had mentioned that, oh my God, it's going to be great for teething, but it'll also make her smarter. And that was, something I was really interested in, obviously.
Oh, terrific. Now, you've downplayed this in terms of its effect, but based on what I know about you, how you've expanded your practice
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
gone in your practice, this has at least been a part of your expansion of who you are, what you do, and your passion about helping people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, I sell quite a bit of CBD oil. Due to the fact that I have had such a remarkable result myself. In my office, I have a wellness clinic, and a lot of very sick people actually come in. We have hyperbaric oxygen, and the office, I do some functional nutrition and whatnot. So some people do come in with, pretty chronic degenerative illness. So I'm always talking about CBD and, of course, getting them under chiropractic care, and hyperbaric oxygen just, really gets all the blood flowing and decreases inflammation. And CBD obviously neuroprotective. I mean, it just goes on and on. The list, antimicrobial, decreased inflammation overall in your body. I've used it for diabetic neuropathy patients, which I had no idea how a great of a result and response I would get with that. Within 15 minutes, the lady was standing there going, "Is it possible for my legs to feel something now?" And I was like, "Absolutely." you know.
That is incredible. And, I really like the way that you've incorporated those other modalities, part of an integrative and a functional practice, because they all play a role. And I think CBD enhances the effectiveness of all of those therapies to improve everybody's lives so they can carry on with a normal function, not making them exceptional in any way, but just so they can get back to that starting point where they can then function as a full individual and all of their potential can come out.
Absolutely. I've seen it. I mean, I could go on, and I don't want to take too much time, but if you want to ask me direct, testimonial stuff, I can give you a couple others if you'd like.
What is the most significant case that comes to mind for you about the effects of CBD?
Well, there is two. I will say the one that you and I co-managed, the 13-year-old boy that he had a brain tumor, and then you were discussing more than I was at that point, due to the fact that it was more of an oncology situation. But you guys took over. You gave him a keto diet, and literally, I think it was in 4 to 5 weeks, he had his tumor decreased by 30%.
Well, Melissa, thank you so much for talking with me and doing this interview. And I want to share it with hundreds of other people. So,
Awesome.
and I look forward to working with you and continuing to share this exciting information about cannabidiol and what impact it can make on all of our health.
Absolutely. You're part of my CBD dream team.